यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामी नामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनम् कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं। प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So we are going through Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 7th chapter. After a beautiful break, wonderful break, we are resuming our very amazing. We had a very, some material terms with the spiritual words. You can say spiritual extravaganza we had, spiritual bonanza we had the last few days. It was so wonderful, so nice. Very beautiful arranged by revered Gurudev. Things, fell in the place automatically without even having to ask for. The climate got changed so pleasantly. It became so pleasing for everyone. Devotees came from very far off places and they came from Punjab, north. It's not very hot as yet in North India. They came here, it was very hot. Already also humid. Here its humidity is very high. So devotees were having, trouble adjusting to this environment. And also we expected about 300 or 400 devotees. Arrangements were made such a way, but 1,000 devotees turned up. So, we had to give accommodation on the top floor, which is always hot in the summers. During the day, night, evening, there is no time when it is not hot. So you cannot have proper rest also. So it was a very, very, a difficult situation for the devotees. But Guru Maharaj made everything so pleasant, so wonderful, that today we see we are running the fan at a very low speed. There were days then, even the fan in the top speed was feeling, not sufficient to dry our skin from the, sweat. But suddenly Guru Maharaj had changed everything. The climate became so pleasant, so pleasing, and there was some rain, just some little drops, not like very heavy rain, just some little drops of rain. Wind in the in the air, there is wind, and you know everything became so pleasant. And to top it, there were very wonderful kirtans during parikrama that we had. We had gone to various places, ecstatic kirtans, dance, harikathas, and beautiful pastime places, narrations of those, pastimes of various devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was all, so very, what do you call, spiritually enlightening and enlivening and uplifting. We had these past few days. So beautiful to carry those memories for a long time and to be, surcharged with devotion. So it was very nice. So it's all arrangement of most revered Srila Gurudev, out of his own Shishya Vatsalya, affectionate to the disciples and the devotees. Like Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal, his devotees are very, very dear to him, affectionate towards the devotees. In a similar manner, Guru Maharaj also Shishya Vatsalya, Bhakta Vatsalya, this quality is there in him also. So he made all these arrangements so nicely for all the devotees and made this trip very, very memorable. So much so that the devotees are demanding that we should have this every year. Such, such programs should be conducted every year. And those who have not come, they are telling that, oh, we missed a lot. We thought that there is no inauguration, therefore there will be no program. We have to just come and visit some places and go away. But we did not think, because some people were doing Facebook Live and giving photos or WhatsApp, sending pictures or WhatsApp. So those who have seen from far off place, oh, we didn't know that this was to happen. Otherwise we wouldn't have cancelled our tickets. Otherwise we would have also come. But arrangements were very humble here. Still, the devotees left the place very happily, very joyously. No trace of disappointment that there was no, inauguration festival. No trace of disappointment in anyone's face. Oh, so disappointing. On the top of it, all the devotees told, actually, Guru Maharaj has given this experience that you should not have this event during summers. Because even to accommodate 1,000 people, if not Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj's intervention and making the climate very pleasant and cool, it would have been difficult for the devotees. 1,000 devotees, it was very difficult to accommodate them properly in the summer. And if there was inauguration function and if 4,000, 5,000 devotees turned up, just imagine what's going to be the situation. Very difficult. And on top of it, for the inauguration function, there will be Havan, fire sacrifice. So in the summers, who would want to do the fire sacrifice? Which priest would be ready and willing? Oh, okay, I'm there. It's very difficult. Nobody can stand. And so many persons crowded, and there is Harikatha, and there is, Guru Maharaj's Vigraha installation. Nobody would want to miss. And at the same time, nobody can be standing so closely. Like in winters, no problem. If you climb on another person, no problem. But in summers, you need to at least maintain at least 1 feet distance. Otherwise, it's very difficult. That would not have been possible. So you can say Guru Maharaj also very, very merciful, because whatever happens is by his will only, by the will of Supreme Lord and his devotees. Therefore, Guru Maharaj only gave this experience to us. You were planning to do it during this time, but I just give you one glimpse of how it is going to be. Even though we knew how it is going to be, but we were not so We were, you can say, casual about it, or we have not understood the, gravity of the situation properly. So Guru Maharaj said, okay, you keep on doing mistakes, I keep on correcting you, don't worry. So he again corrected us that no, don't again plan for inauguration for during this, Akshaya Tritiya. It's a very nice tithi, but it is not for all the devotees to come and participate in such a, mammoth event. So, very nice experience. So there is no hard feeling for any of the devotees that the program has not happened. In fact, they all left very, very happily with even their experience shared to us that Prabhu Maharaj, don't have this event in Akshaya Tritiya again. so they were very happy that this didn't happen in one sense. So not that I'm not saying that they were very happy, but they would have been even more happier if the event had happened. But nobody left disappointed or unhappy. It's all Guru Maharaj's mercy. It's all Guru Maharaj's special, what do you call, vision on all of us. He is taking care of us. He is protecting us. He is guarding us. Even though He is not personally, you can say, we are not able to see Him with our material eyes. He is there, but we are not able to visualize Him, envision Him. We are not able to see Him, take His darshan with these material eyes. But Guru Maharaj is repeatedly, giving this experience to us, or you can say realization to us. If the experience turns into realization, it will be very nice, because we keep the experiences. Experience may go away, but realization is something that you have realized. You have experience of something, but you have realization of something. There are two different categories. So may this experience turn into realization that Srila Gurudev is all merciful, He is all present, and He is taking care of all of us under all circumstances, even though we are not able to physically see Him. So may this realization come to us. Guru Maharaj had given one more glimpse of it. We have seen this when he disappeared from this material world, 2017, when there were intense kirtans. Guru Maharaj was not physically dictating anyone, you do this kirtan, you do that kirtan, do like this, do like this. No, simply lying on the bed. And in such a state, he had inspired everyone to perform kirtans, and through kirtans, he made everyone realize or experience his presence. Nobody were feeling, sorrow for his departure, or nobody were in grief for his departure. On the contrary, they were all happy that Guru Maharaj gave them the service of Sankirtan. In a similar manner, this is the second experience. There are several experiences, but most of us, what we witnessed is the second one, that he has shown his presence, how he had transformed the climate overnight. One night, you will not believe that devotees, they came, they had, because their rooms are very hot, they were sleeping on the corridor. With their mattresses, they brought the mattresses. The corridor means the one between the Nat Mandir and the Sadhanivas corridor, the pathway through which the vehicles pass through, on that, in the middle of it. Devotees were sleeping with the big stand fans on, because there was no air. It was everybody sweating. That was the situation. The next day morning, everything changed totally. Totally, it got changed. We were on parikrama. We were by walk, barefoot, and feeling very, very pleasant, beautiful, pleasant breeze and little drops of rain, not disturbing the parikrama, but at the same time, giving, the pleasing, feeling to all the devotees. So, Srila Guru Maharaj's mercy and Guru Maharaj's presence is again felt. So, I am only repeatedly praying that may Guru Maharaj give those spiritual boosters, time to time. so that we feel his presence, we get surcharged devotionally more often, because we being material conditioned souls, we forget very quickly. Very quickly this is gone. After 4 days, 5 days, back to our business, material business. But if Guru Maharaj gives these what do you call experiences time to time, then they will ultimately transform into realization, and then in realized state we will be able to carry forward that particular mood always. So we will go through Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 7th chapter, the holy life of Bharat. Verse number 7, Evam karma vishuddhya विशुद्ध सत्वस्यांत हृदयाकाश शरीरे ब्रह्मणि भगवती वासुदेवे महापुरुषरूपोपलक्षणे श्रीवत्स कौस्तुभ वनमालारिद हृदरगदादिभिरुपलक्षिते निज पुरुष ह्रल्लिखितेनात्मनि पुरुषरूपेण विरोचमान उच्चैस्तरां भक्तिर मेधमान जायत। এই प्रकार विशुद्ध कर्मानुष्ठानेर फले ताहार हृदय विशुद्ध हইল এবং ভগবান বাসুদেবে তাহার ভক্তি দিনে দিনে অত্যন্ত বৃদ্ধি পাইতে লাগলো। In this manner, King Bharat, he was performing sacrifice. We heard Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur write in the commentary that even though King Bharat was a devotee, and devotee does not have to perform such karmakanda ritualistic activities like yajna, etc., still he was performing only because he as a king has to set the ritualistic process or the Vedic process, for the benefit of the citizens. If a king does not follow them himself, then the subordinates also will not do properly. Therefore, in order to set an example for all the citizens, he had done that. Now, if one may ask that, if King Bharata has done that, then his Ananya Bhakti, one-pointed devotion, is disturbed. Because rather than engaging in Shravana Kirtana, he is engaging in performing Yajna. In reply, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, no. He engaged the Brahmanas to do it, and he himself was engaged in Shravana Kirtana. He made the Brahmanas perform this, but he personally engaged in devotional activities. Then, when he performed the fire sacrifice, he should have done only for Vishnu, but the chanting of Indra, Surya, Varuna, all these things are Indraya Swaha, Varunaya Swaha, Chandraya Swaha, Suryaya Swaha. So he is worshipping the demigods also? No. He is not worshipping the demigods as independent gods. Whenever such name is chanted, he is remembering that they are various limbs of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, in that connection, his ananyata, his one-pointedness, is not disturbed. So, in the 7th verse, it is said that in this manner, King Bharata was performing the various activities by which his heart became completely purified and his devotion to Lord Vasudeva enhanced day after day. Sei Vasudeva Nandanayi Upasana Bhede Paramatma Brahma O Bhagavat Shabde Shabdetohan. That Vasudeva Krishna is addressed as three different persons or three different aspects. He is experienced as Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Brahman is an all-pervading principle. Paramatma is a localized aspect sitting inside the heart. And the third is Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So these are the three forms or aspects by which the Lord is understood. যোগীগণ হৃদয়াভ্যন্তর প্রদেশে যাহার ধ্যান করেন তিনি পরমাত্মা. The yogis meditate upon the Paramatma feature of Supreme Lord. জ্ঞানীগণ যাহার উপাসনা করেন তিনি নির্বিশেষ ব্রহ্ম. And the Gyanis, those who are seekers of knowledge, they worship the Brahman, the all-pervading feature. Yogis, they worship the localized feature, and the Gyanis, they worship the all-pervading feature of the Supreme Lord. এবং ভক্তগণ যাহার ভজনা করেন তিনি পূর্ণ পুরুষ ভগবান বাসুদেব. And the devotees worship the Supreme Personality. Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, all the three are the aspects of the same Supreme. Vadanti tat tattvavida tattvam yadjnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti Bhagavan iti shabdyate. That Brahman, that Supreme, Vadanti tat tattvavida. Tat means that. Idam means this. When will you say that thing? That thing is when that is outside your senses. I have that thing. And when it is in front of your senses, you'll say this thing. This thing, you give this to that person. If that is outside your senses, means within, outside your perception, you will say give that thing to that person. Okay, tat means that. That means that which is beyond the experience of the sense organs. Vadanti tat tattvavidah. The tat vastu, that Lord is tattvavidah. Tattvavidah means those who are having the knowledge of Supreme Lord. Tattvam yadjnanam advayam. They know the spiritual absolute reality. Tattvaviduhu, they know, and therefore they experience him Brahmayati, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti shabdyate. Because the Tattvavidas, those who have knowledge of the Supreme, they experience the Supreme Lord, they describe him in three words: Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Tahar Rupa Shastre Prasiddha Ache. But the Supreme, the personality of that aspect is the Supreme. Among the three aspects, Paramatma feature, Brahman feature and the personal feature, among all the three, the personality aspect is the highest, is supreme, because he has form. The scriptures say that he has form. Tini Srivatsa Kaustuba Vanamala O Shankar Chakra Gada Prabhriti Dwara Sushobhita. He is beautifully decorated with the various ornaments, with Shankar Chakra Gada Padma, the lotus, the mace, the disc and conch shell. He is decorated with these various ornaments and these various things. Evam tadiya jan naradadir hridaye chitrapater nyay nischala purusha rupe swata prakashita. And he is always manifest in the heart of the devotees like Narada, just like his beautiful form is, painted there. Just like we see a painting, these features are there. In the devotee's heart, the Lord's supreme feature is painted. Means they are able to see the Supreme Lord always through their heart. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, Eirupa bhave कर्मानुष्ठानकारीर अंतःकरण विशेष भावे शुद्ध है यह बोलते चेन एवं इत्यादि द्वारा. So by performance of Vedic ritualistic activities, one's heart is purified. That's why it is said that Jada Bharat's heart being purified, he, you know, engaged his devotion in Supreme Lord Sri Krishna enhanced day after day. So, Vishnu Thakur is telling that when one performs the ritualistic activities as mentioned in the scriptures, then one's heart becomes purified slowly. Of course, devotion is the topmost process. When one performs devotion, the heart is purified, one will get Krishna Bhakti. But why is the procedure of Karma Kanda mentioned in the scriptures? One may ask. If devotion is the only thing, why Lord gave choice? Why karma? Why jnana? Why yajna? Why yoga? Why so many options are given? Because if there are too many options, then there is confusion. If you have no option, you have to eat rice and dal, that's all. But you want roti or puri or rice or paneer or potal, what you want. If there is a choice, you will be confused. Or you may choose one among those. But when there is no choice, then everyone is bound to take it. Why Lord gave so many? Bhakti is supreme. Why the Lord gave so many things? Because the Lord has given free will. Lord has given choice. He is not forcing anyone. You have only rice and dal. If you eat, otherwise get lost. No, the Lord is not telling that. The Lord is telling that I am giving you so many options. This is the best. You do whatever you want. Now you want to eat the best or you want to use your choice is up to you. But even though he has given other choices like karma, jnana, etc., whatever he gives is to bring auspiciousness upon the living entities. So the karmakanda anushthan, the activities, the various ritualistic performances in karmakanda, they are also meant for purifying one's heart, so that the devotion is appreciated and one becomes, one has develops the inclination towards devotion. Unless heart is not purified, one cannot perform devotion. Therefore, this is a purificatory process. Aklishta buddhya bharatam bhajadvam मात्सर्यादि दोष परिहार पूर्वक शुद्ध बुद्धि ते भरतेर भजना करो। ई रूप ऋषभदेवेर उक्ति अनुसारी जन्म होते स्वभावतः शुद्ध अंतःकरण महाराज भरतेर पिष्टपोषण न्याय बोलिते चेन एवं कर्म विशुद्ध्या। यही प्रकारे अर्थात श्री भगवाने फलादीर भावनार द्वारा कर्मेर जे विशुद्धि ताहा द्वाराओ शुद्ध अंतःकरण महाराज भरतेर अथवा यही प्रकार अनुष्ठानेर द्वारा कर्मेर विशुद्धि जे कने तादृश विशुद्ध सत्वेर अर्थात विशुद्ध अंतःकरणेर स्वाभाविकी भक्ति प्रतिदिन उत्तरोत्तर प्रबल वेगा भुवन पावनी गंगारणाय आविर्भूता होइयाचिला. In the 5th canto, 5th chapter, Rishabhadev is giving instructions to his sons. As we heard previously, Rishabhadev had 100 children. King Bharat is the eldest son. And then he had 9 sons who are the Navayogendra. 9 sons, they became the kings, and 81 others, they became the proponents of Karmakanda activities. Now, in this particular verse that Vishnu Thakur is referring to, in the 5th canto, 5th chapter, it is said, before King Rishabhadev entered into forest, he also left the kingdom to enter into the forest. Before he left for the forest, he instructed all his 99 sons that all of you should follow Bharat. Bharat is the eldest son, and he told that all of you should perform the bhajana, the worship of Bharat. by giving up any hostile mentality. Means you should not see, oh, why only Bharat should rule the kingdom, why not we? We are also eligible. Our father has given entire property only to one person. Don't have any hostile mentality. He is an object of worship to all of you. So, by referring to that, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling, by this one has to understand that King Bharat was a devotee right from his childhood. Because Rishabhadev, who is Supreme Lord, Rishabhadev is the Lord only. Rishabhadeva is the Shaktyavesh avatar of Supreme Lord. He is instructing his sons that worship Bharat. Means worship devotee. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that it is not that, one may say, oh, after performing the fire sacrifices, King Bharat's heart also got purified and therefore he could perform devotion. It is not so. Don't understand it like that. It is said just because that if you perform karma kanda, your heart will be purified and then you can do devotion. That instruction is for you, not for Bharat. Bharat is already devotee. What to speak of, his heart getting purified and then he will perform devotion? No, it is not so. But on the contrary, every time he was performing the fire sacrifice, his devotion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna has only increased further and further. His material tendency has not increased. His tendency to enjoy, to get material benefits has not increased. Because he is a pure soul. You understand? Do you follow what's being said? Kothai Tate bolite chen Vasudeva. Where did he invest his bhakti? To whom was he devoted? To Vasudeva Krishna. वसुदेवनंदन श्री कृष्णे जिनी परमात्मा ब्रह्म एवं भगवान शब्देर द्वारा उपासना भेदे उक्त होइया थाकेन यह बोलते चेन अंतर हृदयाकाश शरीरे अंतर हृदये जे आकाश ताहाई शरीर बोलते अभिव्यक्ति स्थान चाहते अर्थात योगिगणेर ध्येय परमात्मा स्वरूपे ये अर्थ. So that Supreme Lord is understood or is worshipped by the Gyanis as the all-pervading Brahman principle. Brahman. And that Supreme Lord is worshipped by the yogis as a localized Paramatma aspect. So, here it is being said, Bharat had performed devotion towards Vasudeva. Not like the yogis or the Gyanis. This is what we need to understand from this purport, that he has not worshipped like the Gyanis and the yogis, the Paramatma feature or the Brahman feature, but he worshipped Vasudeva Sri Krishna. Kechit स्वदेहांतर हृदय अवकाशे अर्थात केहो स्वस्वदेहेर अभ्यंतरे जे हृदय रूप अवकाश आचे ताहाते वासकारी प्रादेश मात्र परिमाण पुरुषेर प्रति मनोधारण करिया ताहारई स्मरण करिया थाकेन. Some persons, they meditate upon the localized aspect of Supreme Lord, but it is said that even that localized aspect has form. Like Brahman has no form. Brahman means all pervasive principle. There is no form there. But Paramatma, he has a form. Even though, but that is a localized form. That is, Anayor Aniyan Mahato Mahiyan. The Supreme Lord has this feature, Anayor Aniyan. He is minute than the minutest particle, atomic particle. Anu means atomic particle. He is even more, minute than the atomic particle. Atom,
Yeah, how to translate? is less than atomic particle.
Yes, even smaller. Mahato Mahiyan. And he is even more widely spread, or he is greater than the greatest. Like, how far can I keep knowledge of something or someone? Now, these days, scientists have given us CCTVs, isn't it? Through CCTV cameras, we can get knowledge, or we can see certain things, what's happening, what's not happening. Through the microphones that are embedded in these CCTV cameras, you can hear what they are talking. But for how much long distance? Wherever you place your cameras, only that much you have. There are some dark areas where you cannot place cameras, means there are dead areas. Even though you place cameras, there are certain places where you cannot have any knowledge of what's going on there. So even if there is a greatest thing, Supreme Lord is greater than the greatest thing, that is all pervasive Brahman. Where are the eyes of Supreme Lord not present? Lord's eyes are present everywhere. He is seeing everything. If we are seeing through CCTV camera, we have at limited spaces only. But Lord's CCTV camera is is there at all the places. Is all pervasive. That is the Brahman. One is the localized aspect. He is the smaller than the smallest. That is Paramatma. And other is he is greater than the greatest. That is Brahman. And the third is Madhyastha. In between, intermediate. Intermediate means he is perceived. Like Brahman, you cannot see. Paramatma, you cannot see. But you can see the Supreme Lord. You can see means not we people, conditioned souls, but the Lord has come in a form that is visible for everyone. In a limited form. But within that limited form, he is unlimited. Just like Mother Yashoda tried to bound him with a rope. He seems to be limited. What is the size of a waist of a small boy? This much at most. This is the waist size. That Krishna, who is such a small person, his waist is not Yashoda was not able to measure the waist of Krishna. She is repeatedly bringing the ropes, but she was not able to tie. Why? He seems to be limited, but he is unlimited. That is Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So these are three different aspects that are there in the Supreme Lord. Tadrupa Brahmani. Sei Purusho Chaturbhuja Evang Tahar Bhuja Chatushtaye Shankh Chakra Gada Padma Virajaman Ityadi Vakye Paramatmaru Sakaratva Shrita. Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is telling that localized aspect the yogis are realizing through meditation has also form. That form also has Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. The Paramatma feature, the Vasudeva feature of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna also has Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Not only the human form that we see, but also the Paramatma feature, there is this form. Tadrupa Brahmani Jnanigane Rupascha Nirguna Brahmatatve Evang Bhagavati Bhaktagane Upasya Shri Bhagavan Rupe Jini Virajaman. In a similar manner, the Lord is also present as an all-pervasive Brahman and also as the Bhagavan who is realized by devotion. So, Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is telling from the main verse that these are the three different aspects of the Supreme Lord that is understood or realized by various categories of people, Jnanis, yogis and devotees. ताहार वासुदेव पुत्रत्व हईलेओ महापुरुषोपलक्षणे महापुरुषेर अर्थात वैकुंठनाथ শ্রী নারায়ণের যে রূপ শাস্ত্রে প্রসিদ্ধ রইয়াছে তাহাই আধিক্য রূপে দৃষ্ট হইতেছে, যেখানে তাহা শ্রীবৎসাদি চিহ্নের দ্বারা সুশোভিত হইয়া নারদাদি নিজ ভক্তজনের হৃদয়ে চিত্রে লিখিতের ন্যায় নিশ্চল রূপে স্থিতির দ্বারা নরাকার স্বরূপে virochamane swatah prakashita hoilo. So even though that Lord is the son of Vasudeva means, son means what? Ordinary material, like a son or a daughter means 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears, nostrils, mouth, etc. Ordinary human like form. So even though he is addressed as a son of Vasudeva, still one can see the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. He has the 4-handed Narayana form. Means Vishnachakati Thakur is telling that he is not an ordinary child. That the devotees are realizing he is not an ordinary child. He is the one holding the conch shell, the disc, the mace and the lotus in his 4 hands. কোথায় প্রকাশিত তাহাতে বলিতেছেন আত্মনি নিজ হৃদয়ে, অর্থাৎ সেই রূপ মনোমধ্যে বিরাজিত হইলে তাহার প্রতি মহারাজ ভরতের ভক্তি প্রতিদিন বর্ধিত হইতে লাগলো। And who could see this form of Supreme Lord Narayana? Narada, devotees like Narada, in whose heart the Lord's form is like a paint. It's painted in the heart of the devotees like Narada. They are able to see. So that Vasudeva, King Bharata, was worshipping, and his devotion to that Supreme Lord was enhancing day after day. So in brief, what Vishnachakati Thakur, or what this verse says is that even though the Lord is realized in 3 different aspects, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, King Bharat had realized the Bhagavan feature of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna only. Even though he has performed the Karma Kanda Anushtan, he realized the supreme personality aspect of that Lord. So after this tomorrow we will go through Srimad Bhagavatam, where it says how Bharata had left all these things now, because now his devotion has enhanced day after day. So when he is fixed in the topmost devotion, then naturally one's tendency for material things, one's desire to stay in the material world will be finished. He can no longer stay. So his devotion has enhanced, and now he is ready to give up his family life. Okay, we will read tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaur Hari ki jai. Paramaraditam Patita Pavana Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishthom Vishnupad Paramhamsa Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री श्री राधा गोविंद श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी एवं परीक्षित महाराज की जय। जय श्री राजा भरत की जय। समागत भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर।